Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about something to do with my mindset that has not only helped me to make more money in business, but also helped me with tons of other stuff in my life and really helped me to not only just be a better business person, but also just a better person in general. This is really the thing that took me from that, making a couple of $1,000s per month, some months having, basically making nothing, to consistently get into that 10K, 20K, and then just having that really exponential growth where it just feels like I basically do whatever I want now, which is pretty incredible. But it is to do with beliefs. A lot of people talk about beliefs. None of the times that I've ever heard someone talk about beliefs, it's ever really clicked with me until I really started to understand it in the way that I do now. So I hope that it can provide some value for you, someone out there who doesn't actually understand beliefs too much, and they don't really understand it. It's a bit wishy-washy the way that people explain it, but I'll talk about my opinion and how this really affected me. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Ben Lister. I help agency owners to save thousands and thousands of hours by sometimes even doing their outreach for them so that they can start working on their agency rather than working in their agency. But this video is really all about the mindset so that you can actually go and do that if you do want to. Basically, like throughout every time that I've been thinking about something, whether it's a thing to do in business, a task, or a sports team, or a person, or anything like that, I always felt like I had some kind of feeling towards that, some kind of thought towards that. And it was very weird for me to explain without really understanding beliefs at first, because I thought that it was just something that I associated with it, whether this was just like literally anything, any item, I had some kind of thoughts or feelings about that, right? And it was like, maybe I like Apple because it feels like really refreshing, because the user face is really clear, and it's very easy to use, and all that kind of stuff, right? But when it comes down to it, what I've realized is that this is basically just a collection of beliefs. Now, for example, when it comes to taking sales calls, I used to have the feeling of sales calls of quite a lot of dread, a lot of anxiety. I didn't want to jump onto a call. When I would jump into the Zoom and it would tell me that someone's about to join, I would have this dread and I'd be like, oh no. And this really come down to the fact that I had these really weird beliefs around sales calls. Now I can jump into sales calls and I don't even bat an eyelid. It's just literally like the thing to do. I actually feel quite comfortable on sales calls. I feel pretty relaxed. It's probably one of the most relaxing things that I do throughout my day. It's one of the least stressful, because I understand now that I'm literally just talking, and my beliefs around that have completely changed. But my original beliefs were, these people aren't going to buy me. They're going to think I'm strange. They're going to be like, why is he asking me all these questions? All of these things, right, that I believe that someone would think. But now when I think about sales calls, my beliefs have completely 180'd on that. And, people want to be sold to. They've jumped on the call for a reason. All of these things that I've critically understood, and these have obviously changed because of my beliefs. And so if you look at that from an objective reality, I have actually changed my outcomes of these sales calls, how I approach these sales calls, simply because I've changed how I think about them. If you can do this for any part of your business or any part of your life, really, the success you're going to have from that is ridiculous, to be honest with you. Anything that you are struggling with now, you're scared about, you're not sure about, it simply comes down to what you believe about that thing. And of course, you can make the argument that I'm better at sales calls now. I know what I'm doing. I have done this, hundreds of times now. This is something that I've improved on. But fundamentally, it does come down to those beliefs. And obviously, increasing the amount of times you do something can change your beliefs, and the skills that you have can improve. By your skills improving, that also improves your beliefs about it as well. So if you have consistent positive experiences with sales, you close your first sale, you keep going, and eventually you get your conversion rate up to 20% or something, which is, pretty acceptable. Then at that point, your beliefs will really start to change, and you go from, I don't know what I'm doing, this is really difficult, I believe that I am bad at sales, to I believe that I'm good at sales because I have objective truth that I do. And so as part of the business that I have and the service that I have, we help people with their sales skills, and we have a script that works incredibly well, a sales system that works well, objection handling, all that kind of stuff. There's many different systems inside of the sales system, and everyone gets the same script, everyone gets the same training, everyone gets the same information, and the results difference that people get is so strange, and it's something that I really didn't account for. You can give people the same amount of information and the same amount of things, but the results that they get from that will vary completely, and this is all comes down to their beliefs and how they actually feel about it. So if they believe that sales is, it's intimidating for the other person, you're being pushy, you're being, a bad person, whatever it is, you don't think that script's going to work, you don't think that your line of questioning is going to be successful, your results will show that. And so the people that are confident about this, people that are like, this is fantastic, or, I believe this was going to work, I believe that, this is going to be the thing that gets me to that 10K per month, those are the guys that do get to 10K per month. And the ones who are very skeptical from the start, they are, asking tons of questions because they're really unsure and they're not confident it's going to work, and they don't believe that this is going to be the thing that gets them to that point. These are the ones that don't actually succeed. And so this just purely comes down to beliefs. And so even when you give everyone the same tools, the same information, everything's exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the beliefs. The results are completely different. And this can be to do with anything, right? If you're struggling to do cold email right now, which is just to put the volume out there, your cold email systems don't work. At some level, it's almost like that you don't believe that cold email does work. You think that cold email is pretty spammy, it's annoying people, it's frustrating people, and you probably think that because you think that when you receive cold email, for example. It's very easy to say, cold email doesn't work, I've given up on it, blah, blah, blah. The reason that you've probably done that, if you have done that, is because after a certain amount of time, you sent your first 5 emails and no one's responded, but there's a fair chance that, no one will respond after 500 emails because it might take 1,000, you might just got unlucky with those or something like that. But because you have those beliefs that it doesn't work, you're just going to almost, confirm those beliefs and be like, look, see, this is evidence of this. My beliefs were correct. But in actual fact, in reality, that I know that cold email does work because I've done it thousands of times. I send thousands of emails almost on a daily basis, and I booked hundreds and hundreds of meetings from them. So I know that they do work. And so it's about having that one belief that this doesn't work, or I believe that it's spammy, that's going to prevent you doing the exact right things. The person who has obviously done these, and even though they have a system which has been proven to work, and they've been shown results that have been given to them, and they know how it works, they just simply can't do it because they have these underlying beliefs. One of the ways to make beliefs actually work for you is to understand what your beliefs are around things that are actually important to you. Obviously, we're not going to focus on your beliefs on things that aren't important. It's really going to matter on the things that you're struggling with right now. So if this is sales, if this is appointment booking, if this is service delivery, you have to understand what your beliefs around those are. And so I would always go something with that you're struggling with, because oftentimes if you are struggling with something, it means your beliefs are misaligned, especially if you know that someone else is not struggling with this and they've managed to do it themselves. Probably means that their beliefs are actually better than yours or more aligned to reality. And so if you want to find out what those beliefs are, what I like to do is to either take a clean piece of paper or a Google Docs or something like that, and literally just ask yourself question after question about this thing. So let's say, for example, this is Facebook ads, right? So your beliefs around Facebook ads. The questions I would ask are, do Facebook ads work? And then I would answer that question honestly. If I don't think they work, then that's the first thing there. But yes, they do work in some capacity. Are Facebook ads easy? Are Facebook ads difficult? All of these questions. Am I an expert at Facebook ads? Am I a beginner? All, like, so many different questions that you could ask yourself about that. And when you start to answer these, you will see these beliefs that you have. And then just write down what you actually believe. I think doing Facebook ads is difficult. I think looking at Facebook results is scary and it gives me anxiety. I believe that Facebook ads don't work anymore because of iOS 14 or whatever it is, right? When you've done this, you're going to look at the page, and if you have bad beliefs about this, you're going to very quickly realize why you're having not a lot of success here. Because at some level, you believe that Facebook ads don't work anymore. You believe that all of these negative things that probably aren't true, because lots of people have success with Facebook ads, right? And you can make the objective claim that Facebook ads are getting worse and worse every year, and I'm sure that could be true at some level. But this is really about understanding how you actually think about those things and the things that you are struggling at. And so if you have all these negative beliefs there, and you have all these beliefs that are just outright against Facebook ads, then you've almost discovered your problem at this point. Once it's pretty obvious now, all of these beliefs are on the page and you understand the problem that you have, we want to go about correcting these beliefs, aligning them with objective reality. And so lots of people like to affirmate and to, affirm these beliefs and repeat themselves to them, or, talk to themselves in the mirror, whatever it is. That's never worked for me. It's not something that's ever been successful, and I've never really stuck to it, but maybe that's a belief that I have. But the way that I would do it is I would reverse all of these questions, right? And I would ask myself, if I say that Facebook ads don't work, okay, well, I'm going to logically ask myself, okay, well, has there been someone out there that has been successful and made money with Facebook ads? Yes, of course. Has there been someone that's made money advertising the things that I'm trying to advertise on Facebook? Yes, most likely. Okay, and have they done this recently? When's the last time someone made a lot of money from Facebook? All of these questions, and they're very logical, and you're just asking themselves basic questions about this thing, and you'll quickly start to realize what the reality is. And if you need to do a bit of research on this, of course you can, but oftentimes they're obvious questions. And so if your belief is, I don't believe this sales script works, okay, I don't think that I can get to 20% sales conversion rate, well, then you've got to ask yourself, okay, has someone used the script before to get to 20%? Yes, they have. Has someone done this to get to way more than 20%? Yes. Have people signed millions of dollars worth of clients using the exact sales script? Yes, they have. And are people, emotional? Are they more likely to respond to emotional questions? Is it a good idea to actually go and use that emotion to help people, to give them the products that they're actually looking for, and to, help them out of their own way so they can buy the things that make sense for them? Yes, most likely, right? And so once you start to answer these questions, you have this logical sequence, you can start to see that these are the things you need to understand. And you can do this once and obviously just think you'll remember them, but oftentimes these beliefs will slowly start to creep back in, even after months and months of doing this. And so you literally just need to remind yourself all the time. And so I would always, if I'm got a belief that I'm like really trying to get over and I'm really trying to work through, I'd literally just answer these questions in a sheet and just look at the sheet almost every day. If I have to do this task every day, if I have to do my Facebook ads all the time, then I literally just look at it every time. And so if I have like a bookmark folder that's open that has all my Facebook ad resources in there, I will literally just throw my beliefs about Facebook ads in there. And so every time that I open all these, it's there. So I know I've got to open it, I'll flick through it and basically read it all. And when I start to have these doubts and these beliefs and whatever it is, I can go through and I can understand, okay, I'm being being pretty illogical here, and this is how you actually rewire a lot of the beliefs that you have. At least that works for me anyway. So if you are looking for more appointments on a done for you basis, go ahead and click the first link in the description. You're not going to send your email or your phone number or anything like that. It's literally just a video of me explaining how my company does this on a done for you basis. But if you did enjoy the video, go ahead and click the like button. Obviously comment below anything that you would like me to cover in the future, and subscribe if you are looking to see more. Appreciate you watching this one to the end. Cheers.